Hello. Hope that you're doing well and staying safe. In today's video, I just want to cover LinkedIn metrics. This one's going to be a bit short in all honesty, but I just want to cover these important metrics that you guys need to take in account when doing your DM campaigns to ensure that you guys kind of know like what's a successful DM campaign look like. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. So the first metric that's really important is basically your acceptance rate, right? So ideally, depending how much connection requests you can send out, some people can send about 200 connection requests per week, some slightly more, some can only send out about 100 connection requests per week. And there's some people that has a variation of the middle, right? So depending on your LinkedIn account and how much connection requests you can get, basically, if you're sending about 100 connection requests per week, you need about a 40%, like at least a 40% acceptance rate. If you're sending about 200 connection requests per week, you can afford a 20% acceptance rate at least, right? So that's something you should look into and account for. Additionally to that, another metric that's really important is your reply rate, right? So once you start sending out messages and stuff like that, you kind of need to have a reply rate that's kind of decent. So a 20% reply rate is you're in a good zone in terms of people replying. But probably the most important, like as we go down with the metrics become more and more important, and you need to start optimizing with time progresses. Then you have your positive reply rate. So right, you need at least like at least at least a 7% positive reply rate. Anything less than a 7% positive reply rate makes it incredibly hard to scale. So you're looking for scale. But the most important metric to basically all of this is your meeting booking rate. If your meeting booking rate is less than 2%, you cannot scale. You cannot add more LinkedIn accounts. It becomes really difficult to book in enough meetings for you to scale. So you could get away. So in terms of all of these metrics, in terms of like key like importance, let's say like the important one, the most important metric here is your meeting booking rate, right? 2% non-negotiable, you need a 2%. But if you see that your positive reply rate is only like 6%, 5%, 3%, 1%, whatever, let's just do it. It's not possible, but let's say it's less than 7%. As long as your meeting booking rate is more than 2%, you shouldn't worry about your positive reply rate, right? That's like, it's just basics, not common sense, basically, right? This is the most important metric you need looking for. It's the light, it's the sun. This is the one. This is the metric. 2% meeting booking rate. Seven, if it's less than 7% and you still have a 2% meeting booking rate, no worries. Continue the campaign. Same can be said for reply rate. If you have a reply rate of like 19%, 18%, 10%, whatever, but you still have a 2% meeting booking rate, don't worry, leave the campaign, let at least 2%, leave the campaign, let it run, right? Additionally to that, okay, acceptance rate, you need acceptance rates of 20 to 40% depending on your account size. But I just want to say most people would make the change when they say, okay, this metric is less than 7%, and then they'll change the entire campaign, but they have a high booking rate. As long as your booking rate is high, that's what we're optimizing for. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Just my 2 cents for the metrics for ensuring success on LinkedIn. Bit of a rant, sorry about that one. But yeah, I hope you found some value of this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers, bye.